All right, FightHype.com back in the gym with former two-time welterweight champion of the world and host of the Porterway podcast, Mr. Showtime Shawn Porter, back in the gym in Vegas. Shawn, you're back in the gym. What brings you back into the gym now? Do we have maybe a fight looming, something like that?
Kind of really just getting back to what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be in the gym. I'm supposed to be training and staying in good fitness and things like that. So that's the main thing. And I would say this is probably my most consistent week of work, even though we're just to Thursday and quite a few weeks. But with my dad having Malik constantly in camp, it's kind of one of those get in where you fit in type of things for me. And I've really just tried to catch up to them and what they've been doing lately, Malik and my dad.
Because he was at full fight pace, just fighting 2 weeks ago, isn't that right?
Yeah, and that's the pace that my dad's keeping him at, staying mentally ready to fight and staying physically ready to fight. And I think in a lot of ways that's something that I haven't done through the course of since my last fight. A lot of other things going on and things like that, but at this point it's kind of like, hey, you gotta jump back in there and do what you need to do. So,
and this is the young man right here, Maliek Montgomery, alongside your dad. What's up, Malik? I know 7-0, 7 knockouts in the super featherweight division.
Yes,
is this
sir.
Have you guys sparred yet, or is this the first day where we get some work in?
No, we've been sparring. I've pretty much been his regular sparring partner since he's been coming out here. I think when he first got out here, my dad was able to find him some work with guys that were closer to his size, but I think, I don't want to speak for my dad, but I think my dad knows that I'm the best work he can get. So.
You're all right. You're okay.
You can be some good fighters, Kenny, this Shawn kid. I mean,
He all right.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, there's been such a funnel of great talent that your dad's always brought in, from Devin Haney when he was younger, Teofimo, guys like Paul Kroll, and on to Malik now. What does that do for you as a fighter, and do you appreciate that? Does it keep things fresh in the gym?
I appreciate it. That's basically exactly what it does for me, is it keeps things fresh. Even just a couple of weeks ago, you had a few guys in here. You had Malik and 2 other guys in here, and it was fun. It gave me, guys to compete against and compete with and have some fun with. I think anything that we do is you got to figure out ways to shake it up, or it's just going to become kind of stale. And that's, again, is kind of the reason why my dad's got me training with Malik and making sure that I'm sparring with him. So he's making sure that I'm, not only am I working, but I'm staying fresh and staying new. You know what I mean?
Right, because he doesn't just seem to bring in young guys, but young top guys that keep you on your toes.
Yeah, it'd be different. And I think my dad knows me well enough to know that if I was looking at a guy and I didn't feel any type of challenge, or I didn't feel like it was gonna give me something, gonna spark something inside of me, then it's only so much I'm gonna do. So I think my dad knows exactly. My dad knows exactly what he's got, and myself, and also Malik, and he's doing all the right things for Malik, and making sure that I'm staying in the gym now as well.
I'm gonna ask you guys though, you and your father, do you think there's like a golden touch these guys get from working from pass it through and work? I mean, I know Malik's actually going to be working with your father permanently, but it seems like a lot of these guys that come into the Porter camp, they go on and have a lot of success. Do you think they're getting something,
Yeah, I mean, any experience is as long as you take that experience and learn from it, it's a good experience. So I think a lot of guys that we've been in the ring with, I wouldn't necessarily say that we've had a specific touch on their careers or anything like that, but I think we've definitely given guys experiences of their lifetime, at that moment, at least when they were in the ring with me or doing something with my dad. But at this point, especially with Malik, it's about the consistency of the training and the work that you're getting and who you're working with.
Do you think so, Kenny, that it's not a coincidence that a lot of the guys who've come through early in their pro career, some of them not even pro yet, they go on to have really good careers, great careers?
I didn't really look at it that way until you actually said a couple of names. And when you look at Devin Haney working with Shawn when he was very young, that was instrumental in Devin Haney's growth process. That came directly from his dad. His dad said that to me. And Teofimo, who you just named, his dad said the exact same thing. You know, it was before he left for the actual Olympic Games. I think he'd already won the Olympic spot, but it was before he went to the Games. And what's also funny about that is the guy that he beat for the Olympic spot is standing right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's who he fought in the finals of the Olympic trials. And then T.O. went on to become undisputed world champion.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, the future looks bright for Malik. And I didn't think about it, but some of those guys, a lot of those guys you just named off, they have gone on to great success. They've got great trainers. Devin Haney's got his dad. Teofimo's got T.O. Sr. And yeah, there've been some guys that have had an opportunity to work with Shawn, and they've become very successful.
Malik, do you remember that fight at all with T.O.? I mean, you guys were amateurs, but you know.
I remember all them amateur fights like it was yesterday.
Was that a close one?
Yeah. A lot of people, you know, it's politics with boxing, but you know, everybody thinks they won the fight, and for the most part.
Did you win the fight, Malik?
No, sir.
Oh, you didn't?
No, sir, I didn't, but I thought I won. Yeah.
Okay.
Great answer.
Okay, good answer.
I like that.
It is a good answer. But also, though, Malik, what's it been like, you know, sparring a big physical 47-pounder and Shawn? What's it like sharing the ring with Shawn?
It's been amazing, man. I every time, even now, like he said, he's been my main sparring partner for my matches. And every time I get in the ring, I'm learning something new, and I'm learning more and more as far as adapting in the ring and really molding my style into the pro game, you know. And it's been a great experience altogether.
Is he getting passing marks from the champ so far?
Yeah,
so good?
yeah. I told him yesterday that we had sparred on Tuesday, and I told him that was the best sparring session I thought he had with me since we've been working together. And for me, being in the ring with him is like it's you know, I'm trying to help him, and then, well, at least when we first started sparring, I was trying to help him, and just recently I was like, stop being so concerned with him. He's gonna come along, and you know, he'll learn things, and you know, he'll get there. Don't be so concerned with him learning, and don't look at him like you're teaching him. We're in the ring, compete with him, and get better at the things that you need to get better at. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I come back to the corner, and you know, actually Wade is doing a little bit of the coaching with me right now.
Coach Wade, the best strength and conditioning coach in boxing, I would say, right, Shawn? I mean,
he says, yeah, oh, definitely, 100%. He says, hey, you're pulling straight back. He says, and this is what he said, and this is where my mind was at too. He says, you're pulling straight back, and you can't do that. You're picking up a habit. I don't care about this sparring session. What I care about is what happens down the line in the future. And that's exactly where my mind was at on Tuesday as well, as, you know, hey, start working on yourself and improving things for yourself. So Malik, I feel, is at that point now where I don't have to baby him in the ring. You know, I still am mindful of the punches that I throw and how I throw them. You know, I don't throw them with the intent to really, you know, hurt him severely or anything like that. But you know, there was a time when we first started sparring where it was like, you know, just touch him, just let him know that you can hit him, you know. But now it's like, you know, let's compete and let's have some fun, and let's both of us get better, not just one or not just me or just you.
The level's going up.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Malik's got a better coach. He's got a better coach. And Shawn started getting touched up a little bit, and Malik is all in great, excellent shape, and Malik don't stop coming, and Shawn's like, oh, wait a minute, now I'm gonna have to, you know, slow this down a little bit. So yeah, that's what really happened.
It was the coaching change, or it was the corner work?
He started getting worked on.
Okay. All right.
He's starting something for the
Yeah, I'm just telling the truth.
You know,
I'm telling it. Me and him get down. Look, we eating, sleeping, running. We doing all that together? He running, I'm on the bike right next to him.
You about to give Malik hurt.
Huh? We doing all of that.
Look, he gonna get Malik hurt over there today.
We doing all of
it's gonna be
that.
good work. I'm happy I came to see it.
Shawn Porter over there, wife, kids,
Great podcast.
SpongeBob, yeah, you know, he's over there doing all that stuff.
Commentary.
Yeah, Fox, NBC, yeah, he doing all that stuff. I ain't got time for that.
Sean is shining.
The boy back so big, I was changing this from ultimate sack to ultimate back. His back is this wide. Look at his back, man.
I mean, he's a good running back, so he still got that running back body, right, Kenny?
He don't play football no more.
I mean, the Chiefs could have used Sean.
Ain't nobody playing boxing.
Chiefs could have used Sean, though. That's okay.
They could have used somebody.
I think he wears about 5'8".
That quarterback didn't get no help.
Nah. Maliek Montgomery, man. How was sparring just now with Shawn Porter?
It was tough as usual. He always pushed me to my limits, and you know, after it's all, you know, after the smoke is cleared, me and him, and it's like he's starting fresh from round one.
You know, like watching you see like the check hook, a good jab. You landed that right uppercut a few times, but how hard is it, or not hard? What's the process like of like you have the tools and you trying to know when to use which one when? What's that like?
It's difficult. It's difficult at times because you know Shawn knows how to change the tempo at any moment, and something that might have worked 10 seconds ago might not work for the rest of the round. So it's all about just really recognizing it when it's there and being able to execute it again, because there's no guarantee that you can be able to land it again.
He said, he was going to pick it up a little bit today.
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, and I felt that. And again, I had to keep trying to make adjustments on top of trying to stay ahead of him as far as keep working on my jab and working on my fundamentals.
Were you able to ever get work like this out in Georgia?
Yeah, nothing. I think this is one. This is the only kind of work anybody will see like this, because again, Shawn is a special type of fighter and a special type of person.
What did you think of how the people look today, Kenny?
He's doing good. He's doing good. It's very hard to be able to do one thing with Shawn and stick with it, because Shawn changes so much, and it's funny because since I'm the one that teaches him or taught him that, when he's making the changes, I want to say something to Malik, but I can't because Shawn hears it and changes again.
Right.
So sometimes I just kind of hope Shawn gets lazy and just kind of maybe just relies on this jab or relies on a 1-2, but that almost never happens.
That's when things got more difficult, when he started doing
it. Yeah. We were able to do some things and we get those things off, and then Shawn would change, and so I was just hard to what you deal with when you're dealing with him, which is very hard for the other people to prepare for.
When you was telling it to me, I was like, I'm gonna try it.
Hey, Shawn, it seemed like a few times when Kenny was trying to help Malik learn something, you would kind of do it for, like, you'd be like, well, here's how you do it in the ring and right.
Exactly, so. Because real quick, he'll say it, and then once you get going, it's like you may forget some things, and it's like that was the reminder, and I know it. You clicked on, you like, that's what I'm supposed to do.